Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about how to approve student posts, the work that they're doing at home and send to you, how to approve those, and how to give feedback. So right now I'm just on the main journal pages right here. Ezra has one turned in and I had already approved it, so it's right here. But you can see down here at the bottom, there is this large red space. It says 2 unapproved posts. That means 2 students have sent me some work. So I'm going to go ahead and click on review. And I'm going to go ahead and click right on the post to make it a little bigger so I can see it. So I'm looking at his work so far. This number 1 looks well done. Number 2, I had the directions said to draw lines to match. It looks like on both of them he did the 10s, but he forgot to do it on the 1s. So to give feedback, I could go ahead and I could put you forgot to draw all the lines to match. You could do it like that and post it. The other option would be to go back to comment again. You could go ahead and leave an audio response, a verbal response. So you could go ahead and go like this and say, "Hey Ezra, I love your work. You've got some really great answers, but you didn't quite get the work completed as it was supposed to be completed." Something like that. The other option could be, I'm going to check that's on there. Another option could be that I go down here and I can go ahead and I can edit that student item. And I could go ahead and put a text box, and in the text box I could put fix this like this. And then I could click off it and I could move it down here. I mean, I'm just giving you some ideas. Then if I decide, you know what, I want this child to do this over again, I want to give him another chance, I could click the yellow check, which means I'm going to send it back to him and he's going to have to review it and do it again and send it back. If I click the green check, that means that not only does he get it back, but also mom gets it back. And then, so this is like the final copy. He can still fix it from there, but this one only he sees it and fixes. This one he and mom sees it, but he still does have a chance to fix. I'm going to send this one back as a draft so that you can see what that looks like too when it gets sent back as a draft. So now this is what Ezra sees on his page when I send these back. He sees this that says, "Oh, this draft is visible to you and the tag student." So just Ezra and I can see this right now, and then he can fix it. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to review again. So right now I'm left with this item to review. I'm going to go ahead. This one has a little bit of some video on it. So I'm going to go ahead, or audio, something on there. So I'm going to listen to it. So it seems to me like Ezra's work was well done. He he followed the directions. He was supposed to place a picture of himself in there. He was supposed to tell how he felt about this activity. Seems to me like he did a good job. So I could go ahead and I could comment down here again, and I could put "great job," and I could post it like that. And then I could go ahead and I could approve that item as well. I could send it back to him. I don't know why I would want to, because it was done correctly, or I could delete it. I'm going to go ahead and approve it just like that. And so now that goes back to him. So now at any time I can go back into Ezra's work. Oops, these are unapproved items. So now I'm going to go back to my journal. And at any time, I could go into one of these, any of his work that he did. So, for example, if I wanted to go back into this one and leave some more comments for him or some more feedback, I could go like this. This is just kind of a fun thing to do, to leave feedback. I could go ahead and edit item. And I could come down here. I could put some shapes on here. I could do like a star. That's kind of a fun one to do too. Just to have it, just give a little bit more excitement to how you're responding to the kids' work too. I could go ahead and put great, job, something like that. Click off it to get the editing marks. I could go down here and I could change this so the border goes away. I can change it to this font. I can change the color of the font, and then I could go ahead and I could move that right onto the star like that. It's just kind of a fun way to do it. One other tiny little thing that's kind of fun that you could also do, you can go ahead and you could uh, either, I just have this little photo that I had taken, so I could go ahead and I could drag that right onto the page like this. And I'm just showing you some fun ways to give feedback. I could also then go down here and I could get a shape, like I could have the frog saying something. I can move that over here. Just kind of a fun way to do it. Got to make it a little bit fun for these babies at home. And you could go like this, and you could take this text and you could plop it. Oops, it's going to go in the back of it right now. So I have to move it. I have to just move it to the front a minute. Bring it to the front. And I'm going to put that right on top of there. I can resize it back down. I can get a hold of it like that, and I can resize it right back down like that. Just to show you too, if I click up here, that makes all those tools go away so you can see things a little bit better again. And then you just click right there and the tools all come back again. Just FYI, just a little trick. So just kind of a fun little way to give feedback and to show you how to approve the posts. And then I can check this and none of his work goes away. It's all right there.